How to effectively remember vocabulary and improve your listening skills in English learning. English can be a long and sometimes frustrating journey, especially when it comes to remembering new vocabulary and enhancing listening skills. Many learners struggle with the constant cycle of learning and forgetting words, which often leads to feelings of discouragement. However, this experience is not unique to you. It is, in fact, a natural part of language learning. The good news is that with the right techniques and mindset, you can improve both your vocabulary, retention, and listening skills over time. In this article, we will dive deep into why you tend to forget new words easily and explore practical strategies to overcome this. Additionally, we will share tips on how to become a more effective listener in English, which will ultimately boost your confidence and communication abilities. 1. Why do you forget new words so easily? When you encounter a new word, your brain needs time to fully process and store it in long-term memory. This process happens in phases, and understanding these phases can help you manage your expectations and reduce frustration. According to language experts, it typically takes seeing or hearing a word multiple times before you can recall it effortlessly. Let's break down these phases to understand how vocabulary learning works. Phase 1. Initial encounter. This is when you see or hear a word for the first time. You don't recognize it, so you look it up in a dictionary or app. At this stage, the word is entirely new to you. Phase 2. Recognition but no recall. You come across the word again, and you vaguely remember seeing it before. However, you still don't know its exact meaning and need to look it up again. This stage might feel repetitive, but it's a crucial step in reinforcing the word in your memory. Phase 3. Partial understanding. By the third or fourth time you encounter the word, you start to develop a sense of what it means, though you may not fully recall it yet. You might remember that it refers to an object, action, or concept, but the exact meaning is still fuzzy. Phase 4. Passive vocabulary. Now you can understand the word when you read or hear it, but you can't quite use it when speaking. This word is part of your passive vocabulary. You know it exists, but it's not fully integrated into your active usage. Phase 5. Active vocabulary. At this final phase, you can use the word naturally in conversation or writing. It has transitioned into your active vocabulary, and you no longer need to think twice about its meaning or usage. 2. How to move through the phases more effectively. Now that you understand the process, the next step is figuring out how to accelerate your journey through these phases. Here are some practical techniques to help you retain new words faster. A. Spaced repetition. Instead of cramming a long list of words into your memory all at once, use spaced repetition. This method involves reviewing words at increasing intervals. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are designed to help you with this technique, prompting you to review words just before you are likely to forget them. B. Use contextual learning. Words are easier to remember when learned in context. Instead of memorizing isolated words, try to learn them in sentences or short passages. For example, if you are learning the word meticulous, study a sentence like, "She is very meticulous about keeping her desk organized." C. Active engagement. Rather than passively reading or listening, engage actively with new vocabulary. Write down sentences using the new words, create flashcards, or explain the meaning of the word to someone else. The more you interact with a word, the deeper it will be embedded in your memory. D. Review regularly. Make reviewing vocabulary a habit. Even if you think you've learned a word, reviewing it a few times after you've mastered it will help solidify it in your long-term memory. E. Celebrate small wins. Each time you move from one phase to the next, celebrate your progress. Language learning is a long-term commitment, and every step forward brings you closer to fluency. Number 3. Enhancing your listening skills. Listening is another skill that requires practice and patience. When you first start learning English, listening can feel overwhelming because of the speed, unfamiliar vocabulary, and accents. But with regular practice and the right strategies, you can greatly improve. A. Start with simplified listening materials. It's important to begin with materials that match your current level. Graded readers with accompanying audio tracks are an excellent starting point. These books are designed with learners in mind, offering simple vocabulary and slow-paced audio, allowing you to build your listening skills gradually. B. Watch movies and TV shows with subtitles. One of the best ways to improve your listening is to watch movies or TV shows in English. Start by watching with subtitles so you can follow along with the spoken dialogue. Then, as you gain confidence, try watching without subtitles to challenge your comprehension. C. Practice with audio content you enjoy. Whether it's podcasts, YouTube videos, or music, choose content that genuinely interests you. If you enjoy the subject, you'll be more likely to stay engaged and motivated to listen regularly. For example, if you love sports, listen to English commentary on matches or interviews with athletes. D. Set aside time every day. Consistency is key. Try to dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to listening practice. The more you expose yourself to spoken English, the more familiar it will become, and you'll start to pick up on common phrases, intonation, and pronunciation patterns. B. Focus on what you understand. It's easy to get discouraged by the words or sentences you don't understand, but focusing on what you do understand can help you stay motivated. Even if you only catch 10% of a conversation or audio clip at first, over time, that percentage will increase as your listening skills improve. Number 4. Motivation and consistency. The key to success. The most important factors in learning a language are motivation and consistency. Without motivation, it's easy to lose interest or become frustrated when progress is slow. Reflect on what drives you to learn English, whether it's for work, travel, personal growth, or communication with others. Find ways to integrate English into your daily life so that it becomes a natural part of your routine. For example, if you enjoy music, try learning the lyrics to your favorite English songs. If you like reading, start with simple English books and gradually move on to more challenging materials. Number 5. Real-life example. From beginner to confident speaker. Take the story of one learner who started studying English in high school but found the language structure illogical and difficult. After years of struggle, they stumbled upon a passion for music, particularly songs by the Beatles. Wanting to understand the lyrics, they began translating the songs word by word. This newfound interest sparked a motivation to improve, and with consistent practice, they gradually became proficient in English. They even traveled to England to further enhance their skills, and over time, their confidence grew as they engaged in conversations with native speakers. This learner's journey highlights how finding something you love can ignite your passion for language learning, making the process more enjoyable and less daunting. 6. What to do when you feel discouraged. It's completely normal to feel discouraged at times, especially when it seems like you're not making progress. But remember, every language learner goes through this. Here's how to stay motivated. Acknowledge your achievements. Even small milestones like learning 100 new words or successfully having a short conversation are worth celebrating. Focus on progress, not perfection. No one learns a language perfectly overnight. Be patient with yourself and focus on steady improvement. Stay consistent. The more you practice, the faster you'll see results. Set achievable goals and stick to them, whether it's listening for 30 minutes a day or learning 10 new words each week. 7. Overcoming shyness. When speaking English, many learners struggle with shyness or fear of making mistakes when speaking English. This fear can hold you back from using the language in real-world situations. Here's how to overcome it. Embrace mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Every mistake is an opportunity to improve. Don't be afraid to speak even if you're not sure of the correct word or grammar. Start small. Practice speaking with friends, classmates, or even language exchange partners who are also learning. These environments are more forgiving and will help build your confidence. Visualize success. Imagine yourself having a successful conversation in English. Visualizing positive outcomes can reduce anxiety and help you feel more confident. Conclusion: a journey, not a destination. Learning English or any language is a continuous process. Whether you're focusing on expanding your vocabulary, improving your listening, or building speaking confidence, remember that it's about progress, not perfection. By applying the strategies discussed, such as spaced repetition, contextual learning, regular listening practice, and staying motivated, you can make consistent progress and enjoy the journey toward fluency.